So welcome to the UCEAP 101, Your Adventure Starts Here presentation. This session will cover the key questions that students often have when they first consider studying abroad. We will also provide resources and next steps. For many, studying abroad is a life-changing experience. It provides participants with the opportunity to learn about the world and grow as individuals while boosting future prospects. With that in mind, let's start with how UCEAP works. This portion of the webinar will highlight the benefits of studying abroad with UCEAP and provide an overview of the academic and financial aspects of the program. UCEAP was established over 60 years ago and is the official study abroad provider for the entire UC system. Studying abroad with UCEAP means that you maintain your UC student status throughout and do not need to take a leave of absence from the UC. You receive UC credit for the coursework you complete abroad, so the classes will show up on your UC transcript and count towards your UC GPA. If you are a financial aid recipient, your UC financial aid is applicable to your program cost. Additionally, you will have an extensive support network that includes your campus study abroad office, the UCEAP system-wide office, and our on-site contacts at each location. UCEAP participants also receive travel insurance coverage and have access to 24/7 emergency assistance.
So, as we just mentioned, all coursework completed on UCEAP is guaranteed UC credit. And on this slide, there is an outline of the steps to make that happen. So first, you'll register for classes with the host institution abroad and share your enrollment with UCEAP so we can catalog each of those courses as UC courses. So we'll give them a UC course number, course title, and units. Then after the program ends, UCEAP receives grades from abroad and converts them to UC letter grades. We report those grades to your UC Office of the Registrar, who posts all course, unit, and grade information to your UC transcript, and it's then factored into your cumulative units and GPA. Finally, you work with your college or department academic advisor to petition for the courses from abroad to fulfill specific degree requirements. This could be GEs, breadth, or major credit, for example.
The total cost of your study abroad experience will depend on you and your program selection. Expenses vary by location due to differences with the local cost of living, exchange rates, and individual spending habits. But on average, a year abroad costs about the same as a year at your UC campus, and UCAP programs typically cost less than other study abroad programs. Program cost estimates provided by UCEAP include your UC cohort tuition and just about everything we expect you'll need on the program, like round-trip airfare, visas, housing, and meals. As mentioned earlier, UC Financial Aid travels with UCEAP students. So those who receive UC Financial Aid can apply their grants, loans, and scholarships to their UCEAP program. Even if a student has not previously received financial aid, they may be eligible when they study abroad. You apply for financial aid with a FAFSA application, and the Campus Financial Aid Office will package your financial aid based on the program budget created by UCEAP. UCEAP also offers several scholarships that UCEAP participants are eligible to apply for. One of the great things about UCEAP scholarships is that it will replace loans for other types of financial aid. There are also other study abroad scholarships available through outside sources.
UCEAP programs are developed to help students accomplish their academic, career, and personal goals, and there are many factors to consider as you decide what program is the best fit for you. So, in the next few slides, we'll talk through some of the factors you should consider as you narrow down your search. So, first, location is a very important consideration. UCEAP has programs based in over 35 countries. So, if there's a region of the world you're interested in or have always wanted to travel to, that could help you narrow down your options. You can explore the dynamic cultures of East, South, and Southeast Asia, the easygoing vibes of Oceania, the vast diversity of sub Saharan Africa, or marvel at the juxtaposition of ancient landmarks next to vibrant cities in the Middle East. Europe features UCEAP's largest number of possible destinations for your study abroad journey. And finally, programs in the Americas range from major metropolises to small research stations in biodiverse regions.
Factor in your academic schedule along with timing of personal obligations that could influence when you choose to study abroad. The UCEAP academic calendar begins with the summer term and includes programs that run during the summer, fall, winter, spring, and year. Most universities around the world operate on a semester system, so you will find that many of the programs offered by UCEAP are semester long because of this. No worries for students from quarter campuses though. You are eligible to participate on both our quarter and semester length programs. You will just be abroad longer when on a semester program and your units will reflect this.
UCEAP categorizes all our programs based on experience type. So, as you navigate our website, it will give you a general idea of what to expect on a given program. And there are several experience types for you to consider. So, in choosing a program, it's important to ask yourself about your priorities and what you hope to accomplish while abroad. So, on an immersion program, you will be in class with local students and select courses from host university departments. With an international program, you will choose classes from a list designed for study abroad students, and you'll learn alongside other international students. On our internship and research programs, you get hands on experience that can be applied to your academic and career goals. And while research and internships are a built in component of these experience types, they're also optional components of many of our other programs. Language programs offer the opportunity for you to concentrate on learning the language and culture of your host country. Themed programs focus on a specific topic or area of study. So it'll give you in depth knowledge on a topic such as business, psychology, public health, or marine biology, for example. Multi site is just like it sounds. You will visit and study in two or more locations and explore the unique perspectives in each site. And then with UC curriculum programs, you choose courses from a short custom menu designed for the University of California while also meeting students from around the UC system. Now, as you are considering a study abroad program, it's important to think about the coursework you could take abroad and how it can work for you. Perhaps you're hoping to apply those courses towards specific UC degree requirements, such as fulfilling a foreign language requirement, upper division electives, or GEs, for example. Maybe there are course topics offered at the host institution that aren't available at your UC campus, or maybe you've completed most of your degree requirements already, so taking classes abroad could be for personal enrichment. So this planning is individual to you, your major, your goals, and where you are in your progress towards your degree. For this reason, when you begin the process of selecting a program, we strongly recommend that you have a conversation with your college or major academic advisor. Together, you can review your degree plan or degree audit, and they may have recommendations for when is the best time for you to study abroad and what kind of requirements you may need to focus on completing abroad in order to stay on track towards your degree. And before submitting a UCEAP application, you should look carefully at the course options that are available on any program you're considering. And in a few minutes, we'll walk through the UCEAP website and show you where you can find academic information for any of our programs.
Studying abroad is a personal journey. Motivation, priorities, goals, and needs vary by each individual, and program selection should involve careful thought and preparation. Depending on your personal and identity related circumstances, there may be additional details that you want to consider. How do you plan to fund your program? In addition to UCEAP scholarships, there may be other ways to help make your program costs more manageable. It is possible that some terms may have more aid available than others due to your campus's financial aid cycle. If you are non-resident, summer programs do not charge non-resident tuition. And if needed, there is an extended payment plan option designed to give students an opportunity to pay their UCEAP program fees over an extended period of time. Additionally, students who participate in an internship or research project during their program may be eligible to apply for a UCEAP award after your program ends. These awards start at $750 and recognize students who have distinguished themselves through internships and research conducted while studying abroad with UCEAP. Do you receive medical care, see a counselor, or take any medications that you would need to continue while abroad? If so, you will want to contact your doctor well in advance to discuss a treatment plan for you while you are abroad. Certain medications, services, and specialists might not be available in some countries, so you may need to make other plans. If you receive disability accommodations at your UC, it is important to know that accommodations abroad are not guaranteed. Early disclosure is important. The process to request accommodations can take several months, and it involves working closely with your campus disabilities office and UCEAP. Are you transferring to the UC? Transfer students are invited to consider UCEAP for study abroad. Each UC campus has its own guidelines for the participation of transfer students. Some require that transfer students must first complete a term on campus, while others allow transfer students to study abroad as soon as they enroll at UC. Check with your UC Campus Study Abroad office regarding their specific requirements. These are just some examples of things to consider as you search for the destination that best suits you. Planning early is key.
All right, before we go over how to apply, I do want to give a quick walkthrough of the UCEAP website. So let me move out of the presentation. There we go. Oops. There we go. Okay, so we are on the UCEAP homepage. And so if you come to the homepage and you're looking for ways to find programs, there are a couple of different ways you can conduct this search. So under the Explore tab, you can search for programs by region. So we've divided it by geographical region. Within that, all of the countries and locations within that region. So if you click on, say, Chile, you're going to see all of the programs we offer in that country. We also have fields of study here. And you'll notice that this is certainly not an exhaustive list of all of the fields of study or majors available in the UC, but it is some of the most popular fields of study. So if you click on any of these, you're going to see all of the programs where you can take coursework in that field of study. We also offer the option to search by experience type. So we talked about these experience type a little earlier in the presentation. So say you want to do research while you study abroad. If you click on this, you're going to see all of the programs where research is the primary component of the study abroad program. And then just a quick note, we talked about all of these experience types, but there is Global Start here included. We didn't mention that earlier simply because this is for incoming first semester, first quarter freshmen at UC. So the other way to find programs is the Find a Program button here at the top. So if we click on that, it will take you to this page and you see that there are a series of filters on the left-hand side. And a lot of them are the three search criteria that we just discussed. You can search by location, by subject area or field of study, and experience type. And I'm going to walk through an example of how to kind of apply these filters to narrow down your program options. So I find a lot of students are looking to take coursework in English when they study abroad. And there's obviously the very clear countries where English is the local language. So England, Australia, et cetera, et cetera. But UCEAP offers a lot of programs in English in non-English speaking locations. So courses taught in is a really helpful tool to narrow down by courses taught in English. You can certainly search for other programs. Say you want to study in Italian or Korean, you can search for that as well. But if we filter by English, we will see all the programs where English courses are available in English. So there's still a lot of programs where you can take coursework in English. So we'll continue to apply some filters. So we will go by subject area. And let's see here. It's a pretty long list of subject areas. Let's go to economics. Okay. It filtered further, but that 94 is still a lot of programs to try to search through. So we'll search by location in this case. Let's go to the Americas. Okay, well, that brought it down to 4 programs. You could continue to apply filters based on the specific country you wanted to go to, or even the city that you wanted to go to. That is an option as well. But 4 is a much more reasonable number, so we'll stick to that. And I'll just quickly scroll down to show you what the remaining filters are. So experience type, we already talked about that. Term, if you know that there's a particular term that you want to study abroad, you could certainly filter by that as well. And then these remaining 3 filters, UC campus, GPA, and class level, have to do with eligibility for the program. So say, for example, you're looking to go abroad in your sophomore year, you can search for programs that would accept sophomores into the program. All right, so from our remaining course or program options, I'm going to open one up here. Okay, and on this landing page, this information is just kind of the brief overview, the same information that you saw on the program card on the previous page. But scrolling further down, there's a brief description of the program and then further information about where you will be studying. But for more detailed information about the program, you will want to navigate these tabs on the left-hand side. So dates and eligibility will show you the terms that you could apply for, and it does give you kind of a general timeline of what that term abroad would run from. This one is August to December, for example. And then if you click on the drop-down menu, it will show you the detailed eligibility requirements to apply. And then academics. There's a lot of information on this page. You will see, is language study, can you study in another language? Is it required? Is it optional? How many courses or credits do you need to take while you're abroad? What kinds of courses are available on the program? That sort of thing. On this particular program, it's an immersion program, so we have linked to the host institution web page. So you can go to that website and find like course descriptions, course information. On other programs, such as UC Construct programs, where it's a set list of classes, we might link directly to the course syllabus on this page here. Just depends on the program type. Further down, academic culture will show you what to expect academically, culturally speaking, while you're on the program. And finally, grades. We'll show you when you can anticipate receiving grades, because the grades timeline for a study abroad program is quite different from your UC campus. Housing. This will show you the types of housing that's available on the program. And then further down, just more information about what each housing type entails. There's also internships. Now, not every program has internships available, but where internships are possible, this tab will appear. So if you are looking at a program, you're not seeing an internships tab, that means internships are not available on that program. But this program does have internships, so you can see it will have like a basic overview of what the internship is about. Cost. Now, this will show you kind of everything that's included in the cost of the program. Like we mentioned earlier, housing and meals are included in the cost calculation. You can input all of these fields to receive a customized cost estimate for your particular circumstances. And then I do want to draw your attention to the fact that we have linked here the scholarships page of the UCEAP website. So there's a lot of scholarships available, options here for you to potentially apply to. And if you have any questions as you're looking through this scholarships page, just feel free to reach out to our scholarships team here. Next is the support tab. And UCEAP does offer a lot of support before, during, and after your study abroad program. You can navigate between these tabs. And I do encourage you to read through these pages very carefully because there's a lot of different varied information. And you might even consider sharing this information with your family or friends who, this might be something that they want to know about for your study abroad program. And how to apply. We're going to go into these steps a little bit further once I'm done with this demo, but it is the basic overview of the application process, completing and submitting your application, kind of will you get in, what happens after you submit your application, all of that stuff. And also on this website is, let me see here, where's the page? There we go. I believe this is the right tab. We have a web page that shows all of the UCEAP application deadlines. So say, for example, you're thinking of studying abroad in fall 2026. You can see when the application opens, when the application deadline is planned for, so you know when you need to submit your application by. So all of this information is available on the website. And the last tab here is contacts. So every single UCEAP program has an entire team of people that works with the program. So you can feel free to reach out to any of these folks if you have any questions about the program that you're looking at. Or if you're kind of looking around the website and you have maybe more general questions about a particular country or anything like that, we do have at the bottom of every web page this general info at UCEAP email address. So feel free to write to that and your question will get routed to an advisor to answer your questions. So that's the program pages. There are a few more tabs that I just want to point out to you. So under apply, this is where the application deadlines live. So you can click on that link to see that application deadlines information. And then under prepare, this is where the scholarships page is. We even have an academic planning page. So you can read through this as to get a better understanding of how to academically prepare for your study abroad program. Talking to your academic advisor, that sort of thing. And we do have further details. Some very common questions that students have could probably be answered on this page. Also under prepared is the health and safety page. Our health and safety team provides a lot of information and resources to all UCEAP participants. So I do encourage that you look at this web page as well. So that is kind of the basic overview of the UCEAP website. Let me pull up the presentation again. There we go.
So now that you know the basics of how studying abroad with UCEAP works and how to choose a program, let's move on to the application process. Once you select a program and confirm that you meet the eligibility requirements, look up application open dates and deadlines so that you know when you need to apply. Keep in mind that application deadlines can be as early as 9 months before the program starts. The UCEAP portal will open on November 13th to receive applications for summer 2026 programs. On November 20th, for most fall and year 2026-27 programs, and on April 15th for winter and spring 2027 programs. Again, UCEAP applications for summer 2026 programs will be opening next week on November 13th. Applications for most fall and year programs will open the following week on November 20th, and applications for winter and spring will open on April 15th. Though you can create multiple applications, you will only be allowed to submit one application per term abroad. So this means that you can only submit one application for summer, one for fall, and if you want to keep going, one for spring. Spaces and programs are allocated on a first come, first served basis, so plan to submit your application as soon as possible. Programs are open until filled or until the application deadline, whichever comes first. Most UCEAP programs do not have a capacity limit, so as long as there is space available and you meet all program eligibility, requirements, and deadlines, you should be cleared to participate. Students generally need to complete 3 applications: a campus application, a UCEAP application, and a host institution application. After you get approved for participation, by both your campus and UCEAP, you will receive instructions for the host institution application, along with other program details such as housing, visa, and program dates. On a related note, apply for or renew your passport now. Most countries require that the passport be valid for at least 6 months after your scheduled return, and the processing time for U.S. passports is currently around 1 to 2 months.
Okay, we hope this presentation has provided you with a starting point on your study abroad journey and encouraged you to explore the UCEAP website for detailed information about UCEAP and our program options. You should visit your Campus Study Abroad office, their website, or the How to Apply section on any program page on the UCEAP website for more information on application steps and deadlines. We also offer virtual advising where you can schedule an appointment to have an online call with a UCEAP advisor to talk about our programs in more detail. And you will find the link to make an appointment through the QR code on this slide. Once you have determined which program you are going to apply to, you can start an application by selecting the Apply Now or Login button on the UCEAP website. And please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Our general email is on this slide. And we will now move on to the Q&A portion of the webinar. So you are welcome to send us any questions you have right now through the chat or through the Q&A box.
So I will start reading out the questions